Black Panther. I live in a kingdom. I'm the king of Wakanda. And all that stuff. I'm rich. I'm a billionaire. You get the joke. Anyways, I'm back. And this time with another review of, well, pretty much the review of Black Panther. And what I thought of it. So, Black Panther, it was interesting, I guess. And accordingly to Google, to Google, it was pretty much a big hit, apparently. And pretty much it got a 97% of Rotten Tomatoes, which is even higher than Spider-Man Homecoming's 92% of Rotten Tomatoes. But the question is it really that good? I'm just asking. Not that I hate the movie. I don't hate the movie. I just don't think it's great. I mean, it's good. It's good. But was it really that big of a deal? Like, was it really that big of a movie? I mean, to be honest, I get to admit it was a little bit overhyped. I have to admit. I mean, my friend Jaden liked it, and everybody has their own opinion, so I respect his opinion. But in my opinion, I thought it was average. Especially at scene where Shuri does that I got to admit, pathetic joke of what are those? Have to admit that was a pretty overused joke. Why, Marvel? You're better than this, Marvel. But anyways, it's better than all the Marvel movies? Absolutely not. It's not better than Avengers, not better than Spider-Man Homecoming, in my opinion. And but I have to admit it is better than, but I have to admit it is it is much better than Captain America Civil War, because I was kind of iffy about the movie. Didn't like it, didn't hate it. Because both Captain America Civil War and Black Panther, I thought the same thing. I thought they were average. Not the best movies, but at least they tried. But to be honest, I didn't really like it. I didn't love it. I didn't hate it. It was just average. Story-wise, the story is where my biggest complaint comes into play. Because don't you guys think it's kind of ripping off The Lion King? I mean, think about it. First off, well, kind of ripping it off, except instead of finding his uncle, he's finding his cousin, and pretty much they fight over getting revenge. It's kind of like Lion King. It's kind of like a Lion King, the first one and second one combined into one. Except it's not a very good combination, I have to admit. I mean, at least they tried to make it good, but some scenes were kind of weird, in my opinion. It was kind of weird. Like for example, the fighting scene where T'Challa gets his powers drained, and everybody starts doing like this, like shaking the shoulders and all that stuff. I mean, it's kind of weird, in my opinion. Heck, you can admit that at least you tried to not giggle in the you at least tried to not giggle in the theater while that scene came to play, because when we watched it, I have to admit I did giggle and laugh a lot. I tried to hold on to laughs, but immediately I laughed at that scene. But as you can see, there's a lot of weird scenes, in my opinion. But there are also good scenes, like, for example, Wakanda, at least it is pretty good. It looks like any other futuristic cliche city, tall buildings, advanced technology, and all that stuff. And pretty much everything else is good, but is it really that good, in my opinion? I mean, at least we get introduced to new characters like Killmonger, even though he dies in the movie. Even though T'Challa, I mean, seriously, that's my problem. That's my biggest problem. T'Challa was complaining about his father killing his uncle, but he automatically decides to kill his cousin. I mean, he could have put him in jail, sent him to Shield or something like that, but nope. He doesn't give a crap. He just stabs him. Like, I mean, he does feel remorse, but mainly he doesn't feel remorse. Like, at first he's complaining about, oh, my father killed my uncle and all that stuff, and then he's like, you know what? If my father can kill my uncle, I can kill my cousin, and he just kills him automatically. Yep. He could have taken him to prison, sent him to Shield headquarters or and all that stuff, or sent him to the raft where the other members of Captain America's team was because they're now out in the open now that Infinity War happened and sadly killed off Spider-Man, but we all know he's gonna be resurrected in Avengers 4, but I'm totally getting off topic here. We'll just leave that for another video. We'll just leave that complaint in another video, but right now we're talking about my review of Black Panther, and did I really like it? I mean, at least they tried to make good, but I didn't really think that it was that big of a deal. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I enjoyed Spider-Man: Homecoming even more than this movie, because to be honest, at least the movie had some enthusiastic moments, like literally a lot. What memorable moment can I remember about this movie? Barely even one. I'm just gonna say barely even one. I mean, there's the car chase scene in Korea, but that's it. What was the final battle? That's the two memorable moments that I had. Also, Killmonger versus T'Challa, where T'Challa nearly dies, and all that stuff. There's also the "What are those?" joke, which is extremely pathetic in a Marvel movie. Leave that to DC. Anyways, but did I like it? Not. I didn't hate it. It's not Batman and Robin, but I didn't think it was really that great or fantastic like the critics say. But at least it was good. I can admit it. At least they tried to make it good. I mean, it was enjoyable at times. Like we just mentioned Korea car chasing where he chases down what's his name? Claw. Ulysses Claw. And also Claw kind of got a little bit of a wasted potential. Well, I kind of thought he was pretty annoying, which makes me glad that he's dead, because at least that movie did something good, which is kill off Claw. I didn't really like him, because for some villains like Loki and Vulture are pretty great, but Claw didn't. He's not my favorite villain in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. He's literally one of the most annoying villains I ever seen in a movie since who? Oh yeah, that villain in not that the villain in Sherlock Gnomes, whatever his name is, I don't remember. But at least it was at least they tried to make it good, and at least there was effort put into it. Unlike Batman vs Superman. But what do I actually think of it? Do I recommend it? Did I hate it? Did I like it? I recommend it for all of you Black Panther fans. More power to you if you like it, because this is my opinion. and everybody has their own opinion. I respect your opinion if you like it, because if you like it, that's good. More power to you. But to me, it wasn't that impressive. I mean, I didn't hate it. I just, I thought it was average. Yeah, I thought it was average, but at least there was effort put into it. Like I said, more effort than Batman vs Superman. But at least Marvel did good in their part, making this movie, and there were some memorable moments that I remember, and pretty much I do recommend for all of you Black Panther fans or people that just want to, people that do not know Marvel or DC, even though Black Panther is owned by Marvel. But I do recommend it for anyone who's searching for a good movie to be entertained or just are Black Panther fans. So I recommend it for all of you. So yeah, those are my thoughts on the Black Panther movie. So like and subscribe, and also stay tuned for the episode 3 of the Ultimate Spider-Man, which is gonna, I don't know if you can see it, but I have my display of my version of the Sinister Six. Pretty much, next villain in my Ultimate Spider-Man episode is gonna be a Rhino, because I already got him over there on my shelf over there. And let's see what else. Oh, I'm also starting like a road to Spider-Man Far From Home, which I'm gonna talk about the updates about the movie and all that stuff. So anyways, this is Spider-Man saying goodbye, webheads.